Hey there, biking buddies. We are in Philippi Park in Safety Harbor, Florida, and I'm recording you on an X5 from Insta360. And I think I've solved what I had on my last trip was a droop problem, where the weight of the camera would cause my mount to twist down all the time. So I think I've solved that with essentially a lighter stick, and it's a carbon fiber one that came with something I bought. I don't remember what. So Safety Harbor is in Pinellas County, Florida, and it just got done raining, and every car seems to be turning and coming in here right now. So let me wait for them all to turn. And then, so this is a nice park. It's part of it's Philippi Parkways over there. This is Philippi Park. It's named after a fellow who was one of the first Western people to live here. Before that, the Tocobaga Indians lived here. Or North Indians, or Tocobaga Native Americans. They no longer exist, but a lot of stuff has their name on it still, like the Boy Scout district is Tocobaga district. At least it was when I was a scoutmaster, or cubmaster. Alright, so we're going to cut through the park, come down the other side. There's a bit of a hill here, because there is a Native American mound here that is a whole bunch of shells. They haven't really found any bodies per se in there, so it wasn't a burial thing per se. Although somebody is buried here, Mr. Philippi himself. Some say he was a member of the French royal family or something like that. And he may have been distantly related because his father was some sort of Count de Monet or something. And so this is named after Philippi, and he's buried here, as well as there's a hill I'm having to climb right now, so if I start to puff too early, apologies. But I'm not on an electric bike, I'm on my, I didn't tell you about it yet, this giant Defy. This is the, I don't know what level it is, but it has a carbon fiber mostly. And it's quite a fast bike, although it just finished raining, so I don't think I'll get top speed coming down the other side of the hill, because the brakes are a little wet right now. So in a couple months, maybe a month and a half, it'd be fun to ride through here, because all these trees will have little worms hanging down from them, little moth worms hanging from little strings, so you end up looking like Medusa. Your hair is all covered in worms. I think they bite, but nothing substantial. Just irritating. All right, made it to the top. Not puffing too much yet, but it's early. It's still early. Heart rate is something. Oh, that's not recording on there, darn. Well, I'd have to guess my heart rate. Probably 80. In a moment I'll stop and clean the lens, because I know you're thinking, why didn't he clean the lens? So this is quite a nice place. There's a resident family of owls that live here, so there's always people spotting the owls. And that's over by the Indian mound. There's the car backing up. I'm going forward. Let me put you on hold while I navigate this four-way stop. All right, I've survived the four-way stop. And my back is getting soaking wet because the street's all wet. Now we're going through this parking lot here because this is where the mound is. The shell mound, which I think they have excavated a little bit to see if it's just a ceremonial shell mound of some sort, or if it's like this big tree in front of me, I'll spin you around, is the tree with the owl in it. So there's always people here with tripods and cameras. And then also, so we ride past that, up there is the shell mound. Not very interesting, and I cannot take my bike in there, so I will not. But on the other side of that is the bay, the Upper Tampa Bay. It's a rather shallow thing, but it's a great place for kayaking, motorboating, jet skiing. I have made it to the top of the hill again. Get my cleats in. So if I slide off the road, it'll be a spectacular mess. Car passing. Car turning. He couldn't wait to pass me to turn in front of me. Okay, he's out of my way. Let's take it up. So this bike is pretty nice. It's got electronic shifting, which doesn't save you a whole lot, but might even add a little weight. But what is fun about it is, you know, when you got that big ring in front, the 2 gears in front, at some point in the big ring in the back or the little ring, it starts to rattle. And this takes care of that somehow, so it never rattles. However, the buttons are kind of small, so sometimes I will accidentally push it at the really wrong time. Hey, somebody's skiing out there. So, if you're coming here, you can rent some paddle boats, some stand-up paddle boards. I think they're called Wasat. Coming through here, we have palm trees on the left, and you can't, but I can smell the mangroves on the right. So this is for cars. This is a one-way or a cul-de-sac at the bottom of this part here, but we're going to continue on a pedestrian bike bridge into, I think it's Bayshore. It leads to downtown Safety Harbor. So that's part of our route today. And I'll tell you about Safety Harbor when we get there. Meantime, let me concentrate as we cross over this footbridge. Let me unclip one pedal in case I hit these yellow things. Oh, my brakes are squeaking. Gotta dry those out. All right, so there's the bay on my left. We'll get a better view of it shortly. So along here are where the people who have too much money spend their money. And I think either the house comes with that pier on the left, or you can buy the pier separately. Nice mango tree on the right. All right, there we go. There's the bay. So that's Tampa Bay. That's Tampa way over there. So these are the new constructions. Notice how tall they are compared to the road I'm on, because as you might imagine, during a storm, they have oceanfront property more than they do now. Hey, this guy's quite happy that he's Italian because all these statues in there. In fact, his sign says Italian lives matter. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. That's not to say other lives don't matter. Or at least I hope it doesn't mean that. So I'll be quiet and just speed up this video as we ride past this beautiful location. Espiritu Santo Springs, where healing waters flow. So, Spanish, long before Teddy Roosevelt was in the Tampa Bay area, some other fellow named Hernan de Soto, he reached this area and found these springs that were used by the native population nearly 10,000 years ago, long before Teddy Roosevelt. Believing he had found the legendary Fountain of Youth, somehow missed by Ponce de Leon, de Soto established a camp here, naming the crystal clear waters Espiritu Santo Springs, Springs of the Holy Spirit. So here we are. You can read the rest of it. Pause the video and read the rest of it. This is the resort and spa. So quite a nice place to stay. It's a vintage sort of thing, but it's all refurbished. It might even be a Marriott property. So it's quite a nice. And then behind me, I'll try to spin you around. That's downtown Safety Harbor. So we're going to ride there now. All right, so here we are in downtown Safety Harbor. Nice restaurants on the left there. We eat there once in a while. I've not been to these other ones yet. Nice library on the right where you can, if you live in Pinellas County, you can check out books and hardware like drills and stuff. That place looks nice. So I've not eaten there either. Haven House. Now we have eaten at this place called the Tides out there. It's a market and restaurant right there at the Tides. We did brunch there once, and they have some crab cakes. They're quite good. So lots of good stuff in there. Ice cream place. Sips. Now I do have a destination in mind, but it's going to be a surprise. Now something neat happens here in May or June, I think. No, maybe it's the fall. But this one plant only blooms once a year, and then it also only blooms at night. It's called the Queen of the Night. It's a type of cactus, and I think it's the native plant of like India or something. But it's quite spectacular because it doesn't have like one flower. It's like a vine, cactus vine that covers a whole tree or a whole set of trees. So the rest of the year it just looks like a cactus. But come that night, it is quite spectacular. And I do have three, where we've done like a tour of it. So they have some of those people here have devoted some of their trees to it, so you can see it here. And also in where I went was in Dunedin. They have quite a few homes that have well-grown Queens of the Night plants. All right. There's the poppy. This little VW bus sells flowers, or books in this case. I'll have to stop there after I'm done taking you on a tour of Safety Harbor. We are almost at the spot I want to show you. So let me pause while I navigate there. Oh, Bessie here tells me I've missed my turn. I have to cross over the street and turn left and then left again. You'll see. We have arrived. So this place is called Shamsi. See on the front of the VW Bug there? He has two of these. This is the one that's here. The other one's a Y2K Bug. You'll see it's covered in computer parts. This is a workshop and outreach center for making art of stuff that would normally be thrown away. So much of this stuff that we see is, like if we look over here, those are beer cans. The show Safety Harbor Art something center. Here is a better view of the bug. Now currently I'm in Instaframe on my Insta360. It frames it either facing forward or facing back. If I push a button, it'll turn around. Now this building is quite, I could never get a good shot of it. And that might actually be a good shot because it's hard to get the lighting just right and not be in the picture yourself. And they do have shows. Oh, looks like they're ready for a show going on tonight. Oops, that's kind of scary. Again, look at the use of beer cans. Now the funnest part is a pink elephant wearing what looks like a dress. A muumuu. The ultimate muumuu. Oh, live music tonight. I wonder if those are the musicians. So, like I said, if I turn this around, it'll show me in the picture. There we go. Oh, where'd you go? All right, Dan, turn around. So there we go. Oh, that's its setting on there. Sorry, I did that wrong. It'll automatically spin when I push that button. So I figured how to use the camera. I must have gotten a new version of the software, and they changed the buttons on the bottom of my screen. And so, pink elephant. Everyone needs a pink elephant. Last time I was in here, I was prepping for a stand-up night, and this was a good idea. Take old shirts and just spray paint on them. I saw his jacket in here last time. Oh boy, here's the jackets. So how would this look if I used this when I was doing my stand-up? Just like that? Because that way the tomatoes that get thrown at me don't show up as much. Hey! And they also have the best unicorn in town. Oh, with the tiny pink elephant.
Hi, how are you?
Yet another pink elephant.
Exactly, right, because I sometimes get these. Yeah. That look wonderful.
Oh, it's a little selfie thing.
Sorry.
No problem. I think I'm going to set it up to do my selfie thing. So, stay tuned.
Play stuff that you use to make everything else that you're using to spend a lot of time.
I'm framed. Here in Shamsi. I'm framed. Well, thanks for joining me on the ride through Philippi Park and Safety Harbor. There was one spot at Whimsyland that I did not cover. It's in a different video. I'll put a link to it somewhere. Or I'll come back and film it again when I have more time. See, what's happened is when I got here, I had enough time to do all this, but then it rained. Sun was still out, but it was raining. So it really curtailed my time. So where I parked closes at 7, so I kind of have to get there somewhat soon. Right, so thank you for joining, and if you like this video, comment or give me a thumbs up. So you like and subscribe, share it with some friends. So hardware, to repeat the hardware I was doing, Insta360 X5 on a mount on my bike that covers the droop, although it does have a bit of a bounce. And then on my giant Defy here in formerly sunny Safety Harbor. Thanks for joining. This is an experiment of, so it's 6:30, sun is close to setting, it's overcast, so there's not a lot of contrast.
So something like.
but it is rather low light conditions, so we'll see how this video turns out. Which, by the way, I put the muffler on this time, although last time I didn't have the muffler on and there wasn't a whole lot of wind noise. So I think there's wind reduction built into this. Oh, this is the DJI Mic Mini, by the way. What else can we talk about? Where are my clips? And I have the little cover that goes on the X5, but I also have this thingy that goes over the lenses. So at a time like this, I can just hop it over there, because the little foam cover that goes on it, it's a little hard to get on there. Well, actually, this is kind of hard to get on there too, because you have to pinch it. Figaro! So another thing, the leaves are starting to come out on these oak trees. As soon as the leaves come out, then the pollen comes out and it looks like brown snow. So even if one is not particularly allergic to it, the mere quantity can cause respiratory scratchiness and such like that. So this is Flonase season. Hello. So we're climbing that hill again, and then we'll come down the other side and see how fast I can go, since the road's a little drier. Now when I'm on my Garmin 530, I think it is, it'll tell me there's a hill approaching, which is pretty neat, because I don't get that a lot. I think this is a 7% grade or something. But just to my left there, that's where Philippi is buried. Or that's where his grave is. Almost there. Almost to the top. Almost. Switch to my big ring. Yep, big ring switched. Hopefully this car sees me. Yep, apparently. All right, let's take it. We made it. I don't know how fast I was going because I don't have my Garmin on there. I almost have to get two of everything because I constantly forget some things. Alright, so here's the boat launch. And I don't know whose idea this was, but they have Operation Kid Float. If you forgot your kid's life preserver, there's a life preserver. No excuse, and I think it's illegal anyway. But people will do it. Have their kid in a boat with no life preserver. All right, thank you for joining. Thanks for I hope you enjoyed the little bonus episode.